name is Kristen Law, and I'm the Art Programs and Marketing Director at Black Belt Treasures Cultural Arts Center in Camden. And we're a nonprofit cultural arts center. We work with artists in the 19 areas of Alabama's Black Belt region, including all of the 12 counties that Black Belt Community Foundation serves. And we are a grantee with Black Belt Community Foundation, and without their support, we would not be able to do summer art camp or art programs throughout the year. We do in-school arts enrichment classes. And in addition, we have a nonprofit art gallery where we sell the work of about 350 artists. So, we're very glad to be here today.
When I found out that I was going to be honored with Dr. Carol Zippert and with Lieutenant Governor George McMillan, I was thinking, I must be hot stuff.
We're here with Dr. Carol Zippert, who we're honoring tonight, and I'm just really pleased to be able to talk to her about her work with a Black Belt. She's one of our Legacy Awards winners tonight, and as she steps down from our board of directors, I wanted to ask you, looking back, what do you think the core of your legacy is with your work with Black Belt Community Foundation? What were some of the things that meant the most to you that you left a stamp on during that 10 years?
Wow. Well, I think one of the things that I like to reflect on is the fact that we brought out together that we are all philanthropists, because we see something that needs to be done, and we figure out what we have to contribute to that, and we give it, and we don't expect anything back. And to me, that's philanthropy, and it's not just about money, although that's important as well, but it's about service, it's about time, and it's just about, and sometimes it's just about fellowshipping.
Wonderful, and I just have one other question for you before I let you go and enjoy the rest of your celebratory evening here. What do you think are the biggest challenges right now facing the Black Belt for the rest of the folks moving forward on the board and at the foundation to really tackle?
I think it's we need a stronger succession plan as far as young people. We need to really help young people understand that they are philanthropists too, and that even now they can give. And I think that that's a challenge, a big challenge we have right now.
Well, thank you very much. You heard it from one of the heroes of the Black Belt, Dr. Carol Zippert. Thank you.
If you're interested in becoming a philanthropist, there are many ways that you can give.
We are all philanthropists.
Grace is an ardent supporter of Black Belt Community Foundation, and in particular, she's a big fan of one of our awards honorees tonight, Legacy Award winner, George McMillan Jr. So I wanted you to kind of give us a little backdrop about George, and I know you've got lots of good things to say about him.
First of all, George McMillan is one of the finest people I've ever known in Ann. I've known them since 1969 when I was a legal secretary for Nina Miljanico and Anthony Falletta, and when he started City Stages. He is I want to call him a philanthropist. He is the most honest, sincere, and so is Ann. I mean, she's a banker. You know, I've loved them my whole life because they're just great people. And I'm so proud to be here tonight as he being an honoree of this wonderful gathering.
Well, we're sad that he's stepping down from the board, but we know he will continue to be involved with the organization. So we're really happy about that. And we're also here honoring, not only are we honoring our awards recipients, but we're also here to help the Black Belt directly as a fundraiser. Do you have anything from what you've observed or been reading about, or just through your experiences in the Black Belt, what do you think are some of the biggest challenges that we're up against right now to uplift the Black Belt?
I have been a paralegal and a legal secretary for 34 years, and I think what we're facing in the Black Belt is this. It's the parents. It's because a lot of these children don't have parents. They have single parents. And I think that's what it is. We need to get the family unit back again, you know, because you've got to have two people in a household to make everything work out. And that's what I think we face right now.
That the black belt of the state of Alabama has tremendous assets. It has tremendous assets.
I'm here with our youngest superstar board member at BBCF, Jonathan Jenkins. Now, Jonathan's not only a board member, he's still a full-time student at Troy. So he's a master of many talents. What do you think the challenges are that are the biggest facing the black belt right now, from your perspective as a board member?
You know, I think the biggest right now is just trying to get involvement. For the foundation is trying to get involvement, trying to get people to buy into our cause. But for the black belt as a region, a lot of it is economic development. You know, I think if we can get some economic development to the area, it's going to increase the other three areas that we work in: arts, education, and community economic development. I think is key right now. I think some programs and services that we can provide, I really think would better the black belt and what help some of the challenges we're facing.
Absolutely. So, you know, being here in Birmingham is really special to be able to bring a little bit of the black belt to the center of where wealth and the corporate presence is, you know, largely collected here in Alabama and Birmingham. Do you have anything great to say about our three awardees tonight, our honorees? I think you probably do, don't you? Yeah.
For sure. Definitely all of them have just been, you know, instrumental in my life. George McMillan, you know, one of my favorite people. One of the people that helped me get involved with the Community Foundation. It really took me in, even when I was younger than I am now. Had a great impact on my life. And Judge England, all the you know, just great people that really have made a difference in the black belt. So I'd like to congratulate them all on a great life and honoring their accomplishments tonight.
What matters is the impact that your life has on others, and the impact that others have on you, but transforming the black belt. And that makes a difference, because when you transform it, the people there also make their contributions. They also lift up. And even when others are gone, they are still there lifting up.
I'm here with St. Thomas, who is the chairman of our board, the Black Belt Community Foundation, and also mayor of Union Springs, Alabama. And wanted to ask you, what are some of the challenges you see, the biggest challenges right now that we're tackling, going heads up against for the black belt at the moment?
As I sit on the board, have been sitting on the board, this is my 10th year because I got to come off. The activity like we're having tonight is one of the most challenging one, is regenerating funds to keep the Black Belt Community Foundation going. I've been told since I've been here that everyone is pushing this idea, get philanthropists to donate money to the Black Belt Community Foundation so that we won't have to be worried about where the finances are going to come from. So I, as a board chair now, that's what I see, and that's what I support at this time. The grants that we give out and the communities that we've touched and the children that we have touched means so much to our citizens that I don't think that once the word get out, many people don't know who we are and what we are young, 10 years, and once we get the word out, I don't think it will be a problem, but the publicity that we need to do to get it out there is going to be a challenge, and it has been ever since I've been on the board.
Well, we're really happy to be in Birmingham to kind of bring the black belt to Birmingham today, where so much of the funding in the state and the wealth of the state is concentrated. So I think that's an important, good step in the right direction. Do you have anything you'd like to say about our three honorees that we're recognizing tonight in the context of this fundraiser?
Two of them I've been knowing ever since I've been on the board. One has just been on the board maybe a year or two, and that's a judge. And this is the second time we've done this, and I think you couldn't have chosen three better people to have been honored. Zippert, Carol Zippert is an unusual person, and she's always giving and helping somebody else. And it's not about what she can for her. And she's Dr. Zippert, by the way, and she takes that lightly in a sense, but it means a whole lot to people out in the community. And George McMillan, I don't believe I would have been the chairman of the board if it hadn't been for George, who pushed me. And I have grown, as a grown man, I have grown as a result of George McMillan touched my life. So he has made a tremendous difference and touched my life personally, even though he didn't know it. And I tell him he doesn't believe it, but I have to say it. He has really made a difference. And with those three, they couldn't have chosen better persons to be honored tonight. And I think we are going to, as a result of what we are doing tonight, is going to further spread the word about who we are and what we are trying to do, and the people that we are trying to touch in the different communities in the Black Belt.
Do we have the G's Bend Quilters in here with us tonight? Artwork by the G's Bend Quilters.
Okay, great. I'm here with some of the world famous G's Bend Quilters, and we're showing off some of the beautiful work up from the Black Belt here in Birmingham. What does it mean to you to be able to go so many different places in the state, and particularly in Birmingham, and to be representing some of the greatness that comes out of the Black Belt? How does that make you feel?
Well, it makes me feel good because I grew up when we was very poor and everything, and we didn't have nothing. But now, you know, I look at these quilts and I see where these quilts had taken me. Most of them all around the world. I have been to so many different places. It just makes me feel good when I walk on and see our quilts. And we walk into different museums where we go and see our quilt hanging on the wall. It just it gives me a thrill. It just makes me feel good. And then look where the Lord had brought me from and how the Lord had blessed us. How He opened up doors for her. How He made way for us. These quilts they are really a blessing to us. And God is blessing us in so many ways through our quilting, piecing and making quilts. We get to travel and go to many different places.
I know the contributions they make. And to be considered with them, I can't think of a greater honor. And I appreciate the Black Belt Community Foundation for honoring me in this way